Hello, this is League Garden 3, and we're doing more videos for you. As always, I like to pump these things out now that I've got 6 weeks of nothingness to do, and this is the first 2v2 I've done for you, so yeah, happy days. I'm playing as the Wehrmacht, and my ally, Greco-Gorax, is it, or something like that? No, Willy Hard. He's playing as the Panzer Elite, and we're facing two Americans in the form of Trip 9R, who will be my main opponent, and Greco-Gorax, who is obviously some sort of super nerd and shit. This is a lot to cover in a 2v2, and I haven't recorded a 2v2 before, so there's probably I'm going to miss a lot out, and it's going to be hard to run a commentary on what I'm exactly doing, but I'll try and follow it as best as I can. So, I'm going to start out with the Wehrmacht quarters. I also picked the Terror Doctrine because the stuff you get on the Terror Doctrine is about 8 times better than anything you get on the other two doctrines for the Nazis. I think, anyway, that's what I like to see it as. And I'm going to build 2 of the, oh dear, I can't remember what they're called. The basic Nazi infantry. I think it was like Grenadier Squadrons, something like that. Meanwhile, my ally is building a Kampfgruppe company building, so way. The Americans are rushing to the centre to capture that middle point, and on the right as well, and he's solidifying his left flank. I'm just communicating with my allies, just trying to say, well, what's he going to do with his doctrine, and I never actually realised, never knew what he did pick, but nah, never mind. So, nothing as of yet to report really. Both of the Americans have gone for a barracks start. I think I was lucky in a way in that the opponent I was mainly facing throughout this battle was a very noobish person compared to the other guy. My teammate was about 20 leagues better than I was, but even though for some reason I got the higher, you'll see. So, on the left flank I'm just trying to get all the capture points, get a solidified position. I'd rather do that than rush like the Americans have with the capture points. If you get a solidified point, then it's better because you can actually hold off and fight, stand your ground a lot easier than just fighting from different points. On the right flank, my Panzer elite friend has engaged some engineers and he's poning the ass out of them. Meanwhile, on the left, my first squadron of Volksgrenadiers have run into 2 squads of engineers, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that, so I regroup with a group of engineers and another group of grenadiers, and we're going to go and crush their ass, as you'll see in a very nice epic battle. On the right flank, a Jeep and a Rifleman squad engage my Panzer elite friends, and I commence my grand counter-attack here on the left. So yes, grand counter-attack of death and destruction, as you'll see. So Jeeps are more or less redundant, I think, even on big 2v2 maps really. They're just there to piss you off and really shouldn't focus too much on them. So I'm going to put a Grenadier squad and engineers on the left flank to hold the Jeep down, and then I'm going to flank with this other Grenadier squad and put them behind cover here. So basically these engineers have been fucked straight away. They can't kill that many people and they get absolutely raped instantly, and I force him to pull back. On the right flank, my Panzer elite friend has done the same thing. I've also now managed to escalate the skirmish phase, which is something I'm trying to get my head around within the Wehrmacht, which is something I struggle with, is actually timing when you escalate to the next phase, because you need to go up the phases to get the better weaponry, and it can be hard to know when you should do it and with how many units on the field. Generally, I like to feel, if I have a secure position, I feel like I've got at least the upper hand, then I'll go up to the next tech level. So his Jeep comes back, and that really doesn't do anything whatsoever other than to just get itself killed. Jeeps really are only good against snipers. They flush out snipers very, very easily, but against anything else, even one squad of infantry, unless like they're in negative cover, you're going to win. As long as you just hold your ground. Younger players might get intimidated. I know I was intimidated to shit by a Jeep early on, but you realise they're actually quite pathetic. On the right, my Panzer elite friend is holding off in this house, just with 2 Grenadier squad against 2 big packs of Marines and an engineer. One spasm Marine over there, but okay. On the right flank, I scare away these engineers who are trying to fortify the fuel points. I guess when I saw this, is that what these Americans want to do is rush up to getting proper tanks, such as the Sherman and the tank destroyer. So I'm going to just spend some time destroying this, and yeah. I also build a bunker here, and I make a light machine gun crew which I can put in there to cover my left flank against any infantry attacks. It more or less serves no purpose at any point in the game apart from once, but it's good to know you have a fortified position that you don't need to really care about too much. And it costs 50 ammunition, I think, to put an actual turret in that bunker. So it's just more feasible, for me anyway, to just put a light machine gun crew in there, and I can always take them out and bring them elsewhere on the battle later on. I just want to have a secured left flank. So right now the battlefield's pretty even. I wouldn't say the battle's going either way, although we do have a grand advantage really in just how much damage we're doing. I've got my forces spreading out now to capture this American's left flank. Meanwhile, my Panzer elite friend has massed up his infantry to scare away this rifleman push that this other guy's managed to do. It just doesn't work out for him that well. So, with this done, I'm going to go and secure the centre, which is my main objective, considering he hasn't brought anything from the left flank. And on the right flank, Panzer elite dude is just smushing back all the territory that he lost. So I'm going to use this massive ass attack to scare off those engineers. I've upgraded my engineers with flamethrowers and such. I've also, predicting this tank attack, I've made a anti-tank, I can't remember the name, yeah, anti-tank gun, sweet, okay, that's easy to remember, yes. Because I predicted that either, like here, you see an armoured car coming out, I predicted that something was going to be up, and luckily it came out just in time. So I'm going to assist my Panzer elite friend here. He's been not pinned down, but I didn't realise how easy it was to just destroy these rifleman squad here. I thought he had a lot more than that on the map, but I didn't mind. I didn't have much else to do because my main opponent on the left flank is building up. We scare off the jeep and we destroy that rifleman squad. But now his armoured car comes in, and unfortunately he goes for my grenadier squads, which is just dandy, which is just brilliant. I'm going to escalate to the assault phase in the meantime, and I'm going to bring up my anti-tank gun to take out this armoured car effectively and quickly, which is always a bonus. So you can bomb that now, my anti-tank gun. It missed. I hate this game with how inaccurate things are at like any range. It is kind of irritating. So the armoured car loses half its health, and he realises I've got anti-tank abilities, so he's just going to backtrack with that armoured car for now. No big deal. He knows that I've got shit to stop him, so that isn't really a fuss to me. This American on the right flank has tried to secure his position with barbed wire, but my ally soon breaks through that because he just doesn't have anything to support that defense. I'm now going to build up a Strum armory, and I'm going to get the Stug tanks, which are my favourite Nazi vehicle, because even though they don't seem to do anything, they do stuff without you realising. They're like Jesus. Without you realising, they cure everything, but yeah. So, massive rifle and armoured car counter-attack now on the right flank, and even though I've got a machine gun upgrade, the MP44 for my grenadiers, it's just not going to work out. So I'm going to stand my ground in the centre with nothing more than a flamethrower squad and an anti-tank gun. Takes out the jeep, which does like a cool ass backflip, and then his rifle squad get pinned down by the anti-tank gun, my flamethrowers, and what's left of my grenadiers. And I've never seen this much ponage from a single flamethrower and anti-tank gun. I didn't expect them to be able to hold off the rifles. I don't think he did either. Meanwhile, my ally is going to spam Hotchkiss light tanks like no tomorrow. Seriously, I've never seen anything like it. He does kind of spam the shit out of them, but they are brilliant at destroying virtually everything, so I'm not that worried, even though it feels a bit cheap. I've made another anti-tank gun. I realise that, yeah, they're just making vehicles, they're making armoured cars, they're making heavy tanks. So I was prepared for this. And meanwhile, my ally and I are having a general half-German conversation, even though I really don't know that much German. But hey, I like to try.